You know, women like Mariah the Scientist and Summer Walker, that whole chicken Alfredo circuit, they really do chap my fucking ass.
Hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl Brat going live with the Breed Talk and Bay Squad. We gotta talk about Laterras from my Dear Future Wifey podcast. Baby boy is being dragged again. So to the good Christians in the back, here we go again. Round 2, lace up your sneaks. Now, before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my favorite vegan water, and let's get into the mess, shall we?
People are so used to toxicity that they'll take something that's healthy, that's beautiful, that's God-centered, and then project their insecurities, project their toxicity, project their fears on a relationship that's not possessing any of that foolishness. And so the reason why I am doing what I am doing is because I want her to have the wedding of her dreams.
Woo! Don't you love a good receipt? Listen, the last time I spoke on Laterras was 7 months ago, and the good Christians got mad at me, was trying to say I'm going to hell for telling them that this man is a fraud, a phony. He preys on the emotions of women, in particular women who are desperate, borderline pick-me's, because he knows how to weaponize religion for the things that he needs. This man is being called out now because he made his wife go 50-50 on a wedding he said he would pay for. Don't worry, we have receipts.
Season to walk out the promise. I'm in that season to go from the wilderness into the promised land. And so walking to the promised land is to bless this amazing woman. This is her first marriage. To bless this amazing woman, just drop the clue. To bless this woman with a wedding that will blow her mind, to make her feel like a queen. What greater gift to give to her with her humility and submission to walk through this thing of being called the mystery bride, and then to have all eyes on her when she walks down the aisle, because we're going to stream this wedding live.
Bay Squad, did y'all hear that? This man said he was gifting his mystery bride the wedding of her dreams. A gift that she had to go in on. That is so crazy, but don't worry, we have receipts.
Now, two-part question for you. How has the money conversation been with you and your spouse? Because both of you all are prime in y'all's particular spaces. Right. And then as a student of love from interviewing, I'm curious, what has been your study when it comes to money and marriages and money and relationships?
From the financial standpoint of our own marriage, I didn't expect our wedding to cost what it did. I mean, it cost $150,000.
$150,000?
$150,000.
150?
150. You gotta say 50.
150, bro?
Yes, and I didn't expect for it to be that. I wanted to get married in Dallas because Dallas was a whole lot more affordable to have a marriage. LA, everything is 3 times, you can Google it. Yeah. It's 3 times the cost of any other market to get married. So our initial conversation was where we're going to get married, which would dictate how much this wedding's going to cost. Right. When I proposed to her in LA, and even getting the decor and all that for the engagement, I said, I can't get married in LA. It's too expensive. And so I was like scared to have that conversation. And then I said, let's just have this conversation. So I did an interview with Essence, and I told Essence, we're deciding between Dallas and LA. My heart was 100% on Dallas. I had a church on hold, Concord Church on hold. We was gonna get married in Dallas. I just had to convince her to get married in Dallas. So I was like, here, you can guide it. You know, pick where you want and all that stuff. But in my mind, I was like, we ain't get married in LA. And I would plant seeds like, LA is too expensive. LA is too expensive. It doesn't make sense to spend this kind of money. It doesn't make sense. And then she had a conversation after she found this particular venue for the reception. She said, can I at least just have it in LA? I'm gonna be moving to Dallas. Can I just have it in LA? And I said, all right, this is the first part of husbandry is compromise. I said, it costs too much. She said, listen, we'll split it. We'll split it. We'll on the cost of everything. I just want it here. And I said, bet.
You split the marriage?
We split the cost of the wedding. Absolutely.
So talk to me about that, bro, because the ladies are looking at you like, what?
Well, it's the reality. We both grown. So at the end of the day, her parents told us straight up, we ain't paying for the wedding. So they were like, typically customary, the father pays for the wedding. And he said, hey, I'm letting y'all know, I can't help out. I can't pay for it. Her mom said, hey, y'all got my blessing, but y'all ain't got my money. And so I said, fair. So as two grown adults, two entrepreneurs, we sat down and said, if we want the wedding that we want to have, we're going to pay for it. And so that's what we did. And that was the healthiest conversation, because it wasn't like she was putting unnecessary burden on me to be like, well, you need to pay for this, you need to do this. She was like, I got my own money, so let's do this together. And that taught me the type of partner I was marrying, that it was partnership from the very beginning.
And you didn't feel less than because you didn't provide all of it.
I want to be clear for the good Christians in the back, because I know y'all hate when people speak on y'all beloved leaders, but Laterras came across as he was paying for the wedding. If you don't believe me, run it back again so you can hear it. Go to his platform so you can hear him addressing his audience, talking about he's going to be giving her the wedding of her dreams. He had sponsors paying for this wedding just for her to give $75K. He does not want to be with that woman. He honestly wanted to marry Essence Atkins, but she turned him down, which is a red flag to me if I were Ashley, because he did not want her. He settled for her simply because she said she will go half on him on this wedding that he paid his portion through sponsors. Essence had already agreed to pay for the entire wedding. The entirety of the wedding, whether it was in LA or Dallas. He had multiple sponsors, and the wedding was beautiful. The wedding was beautiful. He spent his charitable donations by giving back to people, hosting weddings for others. So he got it back tenfold, and she came out her pocket. That is the red flag. He was disingenuous from the start. And I honestly believed he did this so he could show the world, look, I am one of the good guys. Y'all can start listening to me. We're going to be like Devon Franklin and make it good and start selling some books and whatnot, so that way y'all can buy into this marriage, because the marriage was already up for sale. He said it in the beginning. He said he was live streaming. So again, how is this the wedding of her dreams when she had to go 50-50 with you? It is crazy. And the podcaster who was hosting him was just like, wait, not she paid. And he was like, yeah, which in my opinion shows he is the prize. And this is why I say, when you are a single Christian woman, you have to be careful of those wolves in sheep clothing, because Laterras is definitely a wolf in sheep clothing. This is a man who actively cheated on his wife. Actively, up until the point where she left and had to put him on blast because he was coming across like he was some good Christian man. I believe the only reason he settled down with Ashley is to prove that podcaster wrong, who told him he was going to die alone. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. This is my opinion. He brought it to Beyonce's internet, so we're going to talk about it. And what made matters worse for me is he wasn't even freshly off his honeymoon. He was literally an hour off the plane and went to do that podcast. So that already tells you what type of marriage this is. It's all about business, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I keep telling y'all, marriage is a business, but I don't foresee this being a happy, loving marriage, because he does not want her. And it's unfortunate he's only doing the things to check the block, in my opinion. And he's happy she knows how to fund her half. She's probably going to be funding more because he told the world he wants to have babies with her. Mind you, this man is 47, she's 37. And he was talking about God told him this was his wife. Wasn't he just with someone else? Wasn't he dating someone else? And he said God told him that was his wife? Child, I'm tired of y'all using the Lord to say somebody is y'all wife or y'all husband. It's given y'all want to sell some books and you want to grift. And the biggest grift you can do is through Christianity. But those are just my thoughts and opinions on it. But what are your thoughts about this? What are your opinions? Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.